These are 10 activities that if you're a Nigerian and you're on your holiday, you can do at this particular period so that you go back to school feeling leveled up, you go back to school feeling glowed up, you go back to school feeling great about yourself. So I'm talking about activities that are offline, that are talking about activities that are on your phone but they don't really need internet connection. I'm talking about activities that put you out of your comfort zone and just make you the best person you could ever be at the particular point you're watching this video. So let's get right into this. Do not forget to like this video, do not forget to subscribe to this channel so that you can see more videos like this, and let's go. Okay, the first one on our list is to volunteer. I know this is something that you think it's only for outsiders, like outside the countries. You've never really seen a place in like Nigeria that allows you volunteer, but you don't have to volunteer physically. You can also volunteer online. Yes, there are sites that allow you volunteer online. You could volunteer to be a listener to like people's problems. People would rant their problems to you and you listen to them, which can improve your listening skills. You could volunteer to help in science projects online. Yes, you can actually do that. You could volunteer to global organizations to help them. So here are a few sites that you could go to. You could go to bodyhelp.com. I've actually used this website to volunteer to be a listener to people's problems. You could go to Zooniverse. Zooniverse is a site that allows you to help researchers with real science projects. That means the time I went there, they gave me a particular picture to like pick out the trees I could find there. Basically, it's just very simple tasks that they'll give to you, and your task helps researchers out there with real life science problems. Now, the beautiful thing about volunteering is that you can actually add this to your CV, you can add this to your LinkedIn, especially if you're looking for work experience to add to your LinkedIn and your school particularly doesn't allow you guys like go for internship. So you could add this to your CV, you could add this to your portfolio, and then when people like come up to your portfolio, when you submit it, you look more interesting, you stand out more. So it actually helps you and it allows you build some life skills in general. Another activity, if you want to glow up this holiday, as in Nigeria particularly, is researching. Research something that excites you, okay? It doesn't have to be anything serious. It doesn't have to be some bulk academic work. Something very silly, something fun, something you like. For me, I started this thing where I started researching anything I had a bit of problem understanding. For example, my dog. This is the first time this has happened to me. I realized that one day I brought my hand to her. Normally she put her leg on my hand. This time around she licked my hand, and I was like, oh, like of course it felt warm to me and made me feel, oh my god, this is so cute and all those things. I went to actually research on it, and I found out that she started going closer to me more than any other person in the house. Yes, I am so cocky that my dog is going closer to me. And I was like, I researched it and found that out. Okay, so it allows you to keep your curiosity spark burning. Actually, it allows you to learn little things every single day. So once you do not just push whatever comes up in your mind as a question away, you're actually allowing yourself to learn more than your school can actually teach you, learn more than what people will actually tell you. Do you remember when you were kids and you always asked questions about every single thing? Why is the sky blue? Why is God in heaven? Why is this da, da, da? And because of that, you got to understand, you got to grow in knowledge. So why should you allow that curiosity die? But if you need topics that you want to research on, you need starter topics, like you need something to actually research on, you could research on how fashion trends start and they spread. Like for example, when people tell me they're into baggy jeans these days, I'm like, I love baggy jeans. I love the vibe they come for. If I wear them, I think they actually look very beautiful on me. But why did it start? Who started the trend of wearing baggy jeans? why did someone decide to actually make jeans that are baggy, that they are bigger than you? Basically, you can search that out if you're into fashion and you're really interested. You could search on weird but cool careers. I one day did a research, and then I found out that there is something called food stylist. Like, your job is to style food. Those restaurants you go to, the food will be looking very beautiful. So they did not just cook, they also hired a food stylist. So it helps you keep your curiosity spark burning, and it allows you to learn something outside school. And when you actually learn, the beautiful thing about learning is that you may not apply it now, no. But then maybe you're having a small talk with somebody, then that person now says something that you've researched about before, and then you have a little more topics to add to your small talks, and this allow you make even more friends and come across as social and come across as a charismatic person. I mean, don't you love that? Don't you love that? Me, I love it. And I love it for you too. Then the third activity you can do during this holiday before you go back to school is attend a summer camp. Right now, churches, particularly my church, we have youth camps in which you go for a particular period with other youths. They'll go and have a little convention, something like that. Mostly they do it during this period where people are going to be at home. So you could actually attend a camp if your parents would allow you. But if your parents are the kind of parents that actually do not allow you go out or stay out on your own, like mine, we also have online summer camps. So I'm going to list a few websites here, but most of the websites are down below. And the first one I have here is Smithsonian Summer Virtual Adventures. Basically, it's for history, art, and science challenges. So if you're interested in, challenging yourself about history, about art, like drawing, painting, or just scientific challenges, you could register there. We also have Code with Google, which is for those coding girlies who just want a coding challenge. I am a software engineer, and if you're did I just say I'm a software engineer? I'm a software engineering student, and if you're interested in anything of that sort, of coding, of developing your software engineering skills, or just you're interested in tech in general, you could actually apply for that. And the beautiful thing about online camps is they actually allow you to practice your communication skills, because you cannot come to a camp and not make friends. How will you survive in the camp? Okay, so they allow you to make friends and just add to your life experience. Imagine telling somebody that during the holiday you actually went for a camp, you made new friends, you have gist to tell your friends in school. It just makes you come across as an interesting person. Back then when I was in secondary school, I used to dread coming back to school because I never had stories to tell anybody, because I would stay in the house and do nothing, just watch television, press phone, do nothing. So I kind of wish I knew this, but also it's also fun to be able to tell your kids that I actually did this, I actually went to this summer camp. You get the whole deal, right? The fourth activity you can do during this holiday is starting a passion project. Basically, this one is starting a digital passion project. It could be starting a blog, it could be starting a YouTube channel like this one, it could be starting a TikTok account and just posting there. It could also be starting a podcast. You could decide to create a business. You could decide to draw online and draw and then sell your drawing. You could decide to write and then put it on Wattpad or any reading platform or something like that. Basically, just start something that ignites your creative side online. So when I was in SS1 or so, I wanted to start a blog. I mean, the blog is not real now, but I wanted to start a blog, and I actually started the blog. Basically, what was in my blog was it was like a diary. I'll just write, oh, this is what happened. Any pictures I took, I put it there. After a while, I took down the blog because I wanted people to read. People were not reading. It's okay, it's cool. But if you are interested in starting a blog, we have apps like Substack. Basically, a friend of mine introduced me to Substack, and since then my life has never remained the same. You could go there, write articles, you could go there, write newsletters and stuff like that. So basically, just start something that put your creative side to work. It's not every time you have to do logical, it's not every time you have to do schoolwork. Just let your creative side be burning and thinking. Okay, then the fifth activity that you could do this holiday is make something with your hands. Okay, start a crafts, art, beauty, food. You could do something with your hands basically. So you could decide to write, you could decide to do pottery, you could decide to draw, you could decide to paint your face, do makeup, you could decide to cook something in a different way than you've been doing. Basically just do something with your hands. What I remember when I think I'm not going to show that video because I deleted it, but I remember a particular period when I decided to practice with my mommy's makeup kits, like makeup tools to practice makeup on my face. The makeup came out very ugly, but it was still fun as it allowed me to like see how I could transform myself from my beautiful face to a face that didn't make sense actually. So you could just do something with your hands. It doesn't have to be pretty, it doesn't have to be, you know, aesthetic. You just have to do something with your hands. Allow your mind and your hand to flow together. Okay. Then the sixth activity you can do this holiday is grow something small. I think 4, 5, and 6 seem similar, but they're actually not. The sixth activity is grow something small with your hands. I remember back in primary school, especially in basic science class and agricultural science class, they would tell us to, you know, plant pepper, plant tomatoes, and then bring it to the class. And then you actually have a burst of joy watching what you planted come to life actually. So I remember this time they told me to plant pepper inside a bottle, and I planted the pepper and I actually watched my pepper grow. Though my pepper did not grow and have food, grow and have fruit, the pepper fruits, because I did not water it every day and I did not transplant it. It was actually fun and fulfilling to watch what I planted I physically watched it grow. Especially if you're suffering with this mindset of anything you touch doesn't grow, it's as if everything you do is stagnant. Especially if you're suffering with that kind of energy or mindset, this is a very lovely and brilliant way to actually watch physically something grow because of your care, because of you putting energy into it. And then once you do this physically, it actually rewires your brain to actually think, oh, anything I actually put my hands and mind into would actually grow. Okay, so you could just plant something. It doesn't have to be something big, it just be something very little, and then watch it grow. And just, it doesn't have to grow into a fruit or something, but if you're interested in eating whatever you grow, it's your choice. Just plant something and watch it grow. The seventh activity you can do this holiday is do a personal style refresh. Okay, in my year 1 I did this, the ending of my year 1 during the holidays I did that, and I saw my outfit change. Okay, let me show you what I'm even wearing today. This came out from when I did a random personal style refresh. Okay, this top is a top I normally wear at home, and then I didn't really like how the top looked on me at home, but I was like, you know, what if I could wear it outside and style it in a very different way? That happened when I was bored and I decided to do a personal style refresh. So basically all you can do is just go to your closet, go to your wardrobe, go to where you keep your clothes, and then go through your clothes you like, clothes you don't like, clothes you've not worn for the past years, clothes you always reach out for, and all those things. And you come to realize you actually have a lot of gems, you actually have a lot of treasures of clothes in your clothing whatsoever, your clothing box, your clothing closet, or something like that. So you can actually style your clothes together and then go around looking like your Pinterest boards actually. So it's actually a nice way to incorporate your fashion style into your wardrobe, because you think, oh, I don't really have the clothes that can match the aesthetic I'm trying to go for. But have you really checked your closets, like the clothes you think you don't need? And then also all those your children baby clothes, you can actually carry them and give to somebody, or you can restyle them and make something out of clothes you thought you didn't have use of. So all you just have to do in this one is just set out a day, go through your clothes, and then try to style this clothes together. You can actually also play dress up with your clothes as per you bring a Pinterest photo and decide to recreate it with the clothes you have in your wardrobe. And then you recreate it and just have fun. And then you will see new ideas of what to wear come up. And you've helped yourself with clothes, okay? The eighth activity you can do this holiday is teach something you know to someone younger than you. This is something I am trying to do this holiday. As per anything I know, I teach it to somebody younger than me. This allows you to build your confidence skills, because when you teach something you know, you actually build confidence in yourself. Like, yes, I actually really know that thing, and I'm sure I can actually teach it to somebody I know. And it allows you to live a life of fulfillment or satisfaction, because when you teach something to somebody and they actually understand what you taught them, you will feel fulfilled. Actually, you will feel satisfied with yourself. So you could find maybe your younger sibling, or like your cousins, or your neighbors, or even somewhere online. You could go to YouTube and then decide to teach somebody younger than you, or decide to mentor somebody. So it actually improves your knowledge and allows you to have fun too. The ninth activity that you can do during the holiday is improve your typing or keyboard skills, like how to type fast. Who still remembers that game, that typing game, Marvin Beacon? Because that game allows you to type as a game, like it teaches you how to type fast basically. But another website that can also teach you how to type is typingclub.com. Learning how to type fast actually improves your productivity, if you know that. When I actually spend time to, like, maybe I want to type my name UNIOKID, that's going to take me like 7 seconds if I have to keep looking for where UNIOKID is on my keyboard. But if I am someone that can type without looking at the keyboard and I can type quickly, that would just take me like 2 seconds to write my name. Before it could take me 5 seconds, now it would take me 2 seconds. So it actually improves your productivity, and then you can actually, help somebody type fast and collect small chickeny change. It's a win-win. And the last activity you can do to have a productive holiday this year, or any year you watch this, is to learn a soft skill. People be like, AI is going to replace us, AI is not going to replace us, AI is the plan of the enemy, AI is a productive machine, blah 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 blah, about AI and all those things about AI. Now the thing about AI is that it can actually do a lot of the hard skills that we are being taught how to do, but it has not yet come to the point of having the soft skills that humans have. Soft skills like negotiation skills, communication skills, negotiation skills, storytelling skills. AI is trying to come up there, but that's what actually differentiates us as humans. The way I communicate to you guys, the way you guys communicate back to me, storytelling skills, how to negotiate with people, persuade people, all of those soft skills, time management skills, those are skills that actually set you apart from the next AI. Okay, because people will tell you AI can replace you, but genuinely speaking, AI can only replace you with your technical skills. It cannot replace you with your soft skills. Okay, but what makes you human is the emotion and the energy you add to whatsoever you do. So learning a soft skill actually allows you to stand out as a human, and then when you go back to school, you actually excel in your careers, because you do not just excel by having 1 plus 1 2 correct, you have your first class and all those things. You actually know how to communicate better with your lecturers, you know how to write research papers properly, you know how to negotiate properly, you know how to manage your time. Girl, you become an irreplaceable human because you have these skills. So you should learn a soft skill, and I'm currently learning how to communicate and how to storytell. If you've gone to my TikTok, you would see that I'm starting to learn a bit about storytelling skills, like learn how to tell stories. And I learned that from Vingia. I found him on YouTube. I went to his TikTok and all of those things. So that is an account that I can recommend for you to go and follow if you're interested in improving your storytelling and communication skills. A book on how to be charismatic is The Charismatic Myth, and that is the book I'm currently reading. Let me just say, I am improved. I have grown up from the version I was March. Just take a look at my skin. Just take a look at my energy. Just take a look at how I talk to you guys. That is a difference because I decided to learn a soft skill. And so when you apply these 10 activities, you just pick one and do today. It makes you a different person that you were when you began your holiday, so that when you go back to school you have a little gait in your work, you have a little confidence. Like when your friends ask you, what did you guys do during the holiday, you have stories to tell. Okay, when they have communications to bring up, you actually have stories to tell. And if you are someone like me, who in my secondary school I didn't have a lot of friends, I didn't have a lot of people I could relate to, when you take your time to actually do these activities, you have a lot of stories in your hands to actually dish out, which makes you an interesting person and not just someone who is just interested in school. Because the thing about school is, you of course learn there, but you can also learn any other place. Like now, maybe I'm a software engineer, I went to learn software engineering in a university, but someone else could go to YouTube and there's someone out there teaching you how to be a software engineer. So what makes school different is your network, how you network with people. You go there to actually make friends. And how do you sit to make friends? When you have stories, you have experiences to tell people, you come up as an interesting person, authentically interesting person. Like you are yourself, you are an interesting person yourself while being yourself. Okay, you would make more friends. Okay, you would lead more people. So it's worth trying all these activities out. So if you want a part 2 of these activities, you can tell me in the comment section. Guys, my tummy is disturbing me. I've not eaten since today started. It's 9:32 a.m. I have work to do today, so I will see you guys next week Sunday. Till then, comment, subscribe, like this video, turn on your post notifications so that you won't miss an upload from me. You can follow me on my socials so that you can keep up with me on a daily. Till then, learn, explore, and dominate your world. Okay, just be someone different every single day. Okay, be someone different. Like me, I'm someone different today. I decided to wear skirts to work. Like I never do that. So be someone different and do something a bit outside of your comfort zone. Okay, have fun and bye.